If you clicked on the video and looked at the thumbnail, you can probably tell that we're going to be talking about sunsetting. Every day, the same questions keep coming up to me. What do you think about sunsetting? Are you mad? Why won't Bungie let us play the way we want? Listen, I've heard the arguments, and we're going to go over the reasons why I think sunsetting is okay, and you won't really be affected in a negative way. Before we get into it, don't forget that I stream on Twitch, so be sure to stop in and say hi, and if you haven't done so yet, click that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications for when new videos go live. Okay, I get it. You grinded hundreds, maybe thousands of hours for that perfect roll on your Dire Promise. Perhaps you had to fight all the way through the cheaters in the competitive playlist to get your Revoker and Not Forgotten. And maybe, just maybe, you did the Mountaintop questline before it was dumbed down to what it is now. You're mad, I know. But let's take a look at this from another perspective, and let me know in the comments section if you agree or disagree with me. First off, this is not the first time we have dealt with sunsetting in the Destiny franchise. Let's teleport back in time to the Taken King when our beloved Gjallarhorn and Black Hammer were left behind. It felt terrible to those of us, myself included, who literally grinded 1,000 plus hours for those weapons. But we survived and we moved on. Fast forward to Forsaken. Pretty much every weapon was sunset and left behind when they reintroduced random rolls on weapons and armor. Armor once again took a hit when new mods in Armor 2.0 was introduced. We survived, and the game was better because of it. If you're like me, for PvP, you've probably been using the same type of loadout for a while. Hand cannon, shotgun, sniper. In PvE, Mountaintop, Recluse, Sword. For the current sandbox in the game, it works, but it's boring. Go into a raid, a dungeon, a strike. It's always the same. Control, comp, trials, it's always the same. Bungie's Luke Smith said this when they introduced the idea of sunsetting. We want the sandbox to feel interesting, exciting, and dynamic, and to evolve in compelling ways over time in the same way that the game evolves. Our weapons are the primary way that players interact with the world, and season over season we want players to discover new weapons that feel powerful, have interesting new perks to explore, and power the builds that players craft in new and unexpected ways. He also said, "We want you to more frequently earn and enjoy more powerful and standout gear. Right now, if a new legendary weapon isn't better than the current best in class, there is no reason to replace your existing weapon for it. If a new legendary weapon is better than the current best in class, we risk power creep, removing challenge from the game, or making the item mandatory / the only option for challenging activities. Both the above points apply equally to new mods and perks as well. Powerful weapons can be era defining, but eventually those eras need to end so that new eras can begin. We want strong weapons to have their time in the sun, and whenever possible we want you to expect and prepare for powerful gear to cycle out of the endgame meta. So how will it all work? Each legendary weapon and armor piece is going to have a max power level associated with it, as seen in this screenshot. All legendary gear will have a 1-year lifespan before it has maxed out its power cap. Gear from seasons 1 to 8 will have their final run in season 11, while gear from seasons 9, 10, 11, and 12 will have up to a 1-year lifespan in Endgame Activities come the Beyond Light expansion. Endgame Activities. This means you can still use these weapons and armor daily. You can do PvE and PvP content that isn't endgame with them. How many of you still used Icebreaker, Fellwinter's Lie, and many other weapons back in D1 after they had been left behind? I would assume and hope that the Beyond Light expansion in September is going to be something of a Taken King size expansion with new weapons, perks, armor, strikes, raids, dungeons, bounties, triumphs, lore, and all that good stuff. Sunsetting in my eyes is going to create new metas with new unique ways to play Destiny 2. New mechanics may be introduced, especially in some of the older content from D1 that is moving forward. Imagine potential new encounters and events in the Cosmodrome. Perhaps some new hidden features in the Vault of Glass. We have new strikes, new dungeons, and raids coming. Possible new game modes in PvP, and hopefully a revamp to competitive and trials. I'm looking forward to and excited to see where sunsetting can lead us to in Beyond Light. New weapons, new armor, new ways to play Destiny 2. Thank you all for watching, and again, be sure to stop into my Twitch chat where we can discuss this and many other topics live. See you all in the next one.